I want to speak transparently on how you can transcend anger into literal action and really reflecting back on the work that I do in education, whether it is research, whether it's teaching, whether it's community service. When I think about my why do I go back to the books? Why did I pick education? It is for a number of reasons, not only for my students, but also because of just a crumbling system of education. And day in and day out, I read the stories, not only present day, but also those who came before me. And it leaves you angry. Like, for the most part, the work that I do, it's not light, it's not airy, it's not liberating in the sense of, like, oh my gosh, this is just always wonderful. I sit and look and interrogate the underbelly of education. And so I find myself, for the most part, being very upset after I read an article or read a book or really synthesize the information. And for me to not hold on to that anger and let it be internalized, I have to serve community. Like, that is just simply the action that comes from that. And I really think when we were speaking about anger and rage in particular as like emotions and not sitting there, understanding that you need to have as much space for it as possible, and understanding that for the most part it's probably masking pain, it's probably masking hurt, sadness, and depression. But what is the bridge of transgression? What does that look like? If you're getting over a breakup, for example, is that bridge of transgression you working out, or you finding a new hobby, or you exploring nature, right? You cannot sit in anger, you cannot sit in stagnation, because then it will start to consume you. And it has to be intentional choices every single day. And I think that's where the hard part comes, because sometimes we do want to dwell, we do want to soak, we do want to complain day in and day out. But if it is not transgressing, if it's not changing, if it's not acting as a bridge of where you are to where you want to go, I need you to reevaluate why you're holding so tight to it. And I always think about the Buddhist proverb that really speaks directly on how we contribute to our own suffering. So, just some food for thought.